Aquarius. Thank you for joining me for your January 2023 Astro Tarot forecast. My name is Audrey Alison, and I'm happy to be back. I'm shuffling the Alchemical deck by Robert M. Place. Aquarius, happy birthday, happy new year, happy solar return. This is an important month for you. It contains your new moon. Also, the sun shifts into your sign on the 20th. But we enter this month during a Mercury retrograde. Aquarius, please watch your sun sign, rising sign, and moon sign for a full dose of the cosmos for the month. So Mercury is slowed down in the sign of Capricorn going into the new year. And he slowed down at 24 degrees of Capricorn, and he will go direct at 8 degrees of Capricorn on the 18th. This review takes place in the very last sector on your wheel. And I'm not really mad at this retrograde because you're doing a lot of internal evaluations. Your dream life is very activated, could be lucid, and messages could be received. Not that they are easily interpreted, but this is the planet of communication in a sector of the subconscious mind, a sector that represents the internal dream life, your psychic ability, your thought patterns. And when Mercury slows here, it's defined or interpreted that you could receive that message that's slowed for you to receive throughout dreams, throughout daydreams, or that deja vu feeling where you're awake, but you just feel like you have lived either that moment before or that experience for several seconds or even minutes before. Sometimes it lasts a lot longer. I think Aquarius will be the king and queen of those experiences while Mercury is retrograde here. But definitely keep a journal or your phone by your bedside to voice memo what you receive when you wake up, because I do think it will be clairvoyant, clairaudient, and or clairsentient. Our next retrograde won't be until April 21st in the sign of Taurus. So this review is not in a very harsh place for you. If anything, you just might be a little bit more restless when trying to get deep sleep accomplished. The sun shifts into your sign on the 20th. And the sun will be conjunct Venus. Venus has been stationed in your first house since the 2nd of January and will be there through the 26th of January, which suggests a very attractive aesthetic, attracting the right people to you and opportunity. There's a gracefulness to the physical self when Venus shifts into a sign's first sector, and you are blessed with that energy from January 1st through January 26th. And I'm not really mad at the energy that exists after the 26th, because Venus will then shift into Pisces, which represents your second house of income. And Venus here does not necessarily mean love. Venus governs the sign of Taurus, so she naturally resides in the second house on any wheel. And this earthy energy in Taurus, even though she's in Pisces on your second house, she naturally governs the sign of Taurus, which is why I'm saying she connects to the resources as well, and not just love and beauty. She's able to attract resources and the right, maybe even feminine connection to bring you opportunity for income to grow. Venus representing the feminine. I think that Aquarius has some people to meet in this month after Mercury goes direct. Just psychically, I'm getting that impression, that feeling. I skipped over the full moon, which I'll go back to. It's on the 6th of January. We have this awareness, full closure moon at 16 degrees of Cancer in your 6th house of health, commitment, work, routine, regimen, pets. Ailing pets should easily be brought to the vet. I wouldn't put it off because this awareness might mean that they do need medical assistance and not just getting better on their own. This also relates to finishing a project or an experience, task, or regimen at work in your work life. Maybe taking some pressure off, alleviating pressure or emotional connection to stress in the work field. The full moon tends to eliminate things, to get chores and tasks in the 6th house off of your plate, accomplishing what's needing to be done. I don't really recommend getting checkups and health or medical checkups while Mercury's retrograde, because blood work or results could have to be done and usually have to be redone or done twice, or there is a misinterpretation of the results, leading down a rabbit hole of misinformation. That's easily happening in a retrograde, not just in the medical field, but that could relate to, anything from an airline during travel. That's not just the medical world. I want to say that. That relates to a lot of different experiences where there's misinformation. So, where am I now? New moon. The following day after the sun enters your sign, the new moon occurs on the 21st at 1 degree of Aquarius. New, fresh energy for you in the 1st house of self. This is the new moon out of all of them in the year 2023 that you should really dedicate your time and energy to you, your intention, focus, write out your list for the year. I did suggest this in other readings. I just find it, for me, important to visualize what the goal is or what the achievement is in order to manifest it. And what better way than to imprint it, with a pen, tape it up on your vision board or whatever you're into, and read it every day. And it imprints itself into you. And chances are you will get to that finish line when you have that vision and you have access to it. It's not just living in here. It has a place that it exists on a tangible piece of paper or a board. So fresh energy for you for the full year. What does Aquarius want to do? Where do you want your shifts in life? Jupiter is in Aries from the top of the year through May 16 in your 3rd house of communications, local travel, neighborhoods, siblings, writing, editing, small journey, and teaching and study. Jupiter here suggests expansion in this area for you through May 16. Mars is sextiling Jupiter as this planet exists in Gemini in the 5th house, giving you energy here through March 25th of 2023. In the dating world, in the children's sector, in the fertility sector. Ooh, Aquarians, there could easily be babies being made up until March 25. This is a fertile placement for those of you clearly who are the right gender and age and have the health capacity to do so. But there is a desire to create, whether that is procreate or create in general in any type of performance sector or talent or skill way. The fifth house is creative projects, performance, fun, entrepreneurial pursuits. Mars here suggests action here, but it's also a fertile section. It's also the section that represents your children and your action, Mars, that you take towards them and the experience of having them and creating with them and learning with them. I think your relationship, for those of you who have children, is getting deeper in terms of how you learn together, because the third and the fifth house are working so well, and a sextile is very harmonious energy. You're expanding the action that you take in your dating life. And this would be a great time to reinvestigate your profile and the verbiage if you are online dating. Wait until Mercury goes direct after the 18th. But in February, March, and up until April 20th, because Mercury will retrograde on April 21st in Taurus, but in February, March, and up until April 20th, you could really have a powerful bio written or resume written, but dating profile especially, because the third and the fifth house are working together so well. Okay, Aquarians, I want to see what's coming up in this alchemical deck. If you'd like a private reading, this is what I do. I'm at audreyalison.com. My direct booking link where you can see my calendar is audreyalison.as.me. All right, Aquarius, what do we have here for January 2023? The Thinker, Four of Swords, recuperative rest, regeneration, thought, strategy, planning quietly, taking your time with preparation. Use the 4 weeks Mercury slows down, 3.5 weeks, and internalize and internally plan what's happening. Ooh, there you are. King of Swords, the air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What do we have to say? Ooh, Lovers. The Lovers. This is attraction, decision, choice, perhaps a third party, a third triangle here, and not necessarily a third triangle in terms of a lover. There could be a third opportunity that you have to think about taking with this Thinker card and the strategy. Wow, and the Empress, or basically you guys are getting pregnant here. This couldn't be more clear. Some of you are definitely ready to conceive, to create the Empress, or to plant the seed, to birth a creative project. It can be interpreted in those types of ways too. For those of you who aren't relating to the children aspect of this. And I get it. The Empress could be birthing something that has been worked on by 3 people in a group. Some of your music is coming out too. The Aquarians who create and make music. There's a reason for you to birth this by the end of this month. Plan it, market it, strategize, think about it, and then push, publish, or send or play after Mercury goes direct. All right, Aquarius, Happy New Year. If you'd like a private session, I'm at audreyalison.com. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.